I've seen things you people wouldn't believe.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to episode 81 of the Best Thing We've Seen podcast. My name is Flo.
And I'm Gabe. How are you?
Okay, man. Once again, very loud, but sure. How you doing?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, it looked fine to me, but I am good as well. I'm tired, as always. But I'm looking forward to this episode. I've been looking forward to this episode for a week now because this is the big one.
Is this the big one?
In my opinion. Yeah, sure.
Yes.
No, I just want to make an erection joke, but I thought better of it.
I mean, because this is an episode where we're going to talk about a lot of good things, some things that I have been putting off talking about because you haven't seen it, and maybe the other way around too. No, this week, no. I think we got. Do you have 3 things too?
I have 3 things as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have no idea what your pick is going to be, so it's going to be interesting in like picking the honorable mention because I don't want to say anything wrong.
Yeah. I mean, it's that good old issue that we have every time, right? Because we do
dance
know,
we do, yeah.
We do know all the things that we have seen and that we're going to talk about today. But I don't know what your pick is going to be either. But quick recap on the special. What did you think?
I thought it was good. I haven't listened to the full episode yet.
You don't need to.
If I will be. Because, well, it was quite late when we recorded it, so I have no idea if it was fine or I was just fucking delirious of tiredness and having just come home from work and just said bullshit. But I hope not. I'm happy with my list, and I thought your list was really cool as well, so I think I'm happy. How about you?
No, I enjoyed it. I mean, I don't know. Is it like, do you listen to every episode that you don't edit?
No. I usually like click through it a bit. Especially
just
like
your
some
parts.
parts.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I get that. Yeah.
No. A couple of things, especially when I'm unsure about if I ramble too long on a part, I might listen back to that.
Yeah.
But rarely do I listen to the full episode. I think the last time I did that was on the sci-fi special. I think I listened to the whole thing back then.
Are you talking about like special episodes or general, like all the episodes?
General.
Yeah. Okay.
How about you? Do you listen to any of the episodes that I edit?
Yeah.
Just to be sure.
Yeah, just to be sure that you that you did a good job.
Staying in line.
Yeah, that you didn't put me in a bad light or whatever.
Yeah. I put all my uhs and ums in your audio track.
I know, but people haven't noticed it yet, so you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. Yeah. No, I enjoy it because I don't know why, but I always forget the things that I say during the recording. So when I listen to the episode a couple of days later, or I don't know, whenever I listen to them, it feels like I'm listening to it for the first time. So I'm always baffled by the shit that comes out of my mouth.
It's always so weird, especially if you edit the episode on the same day that you record it. You're like, Jesus Christ. Did I just say that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a weird experience. But
yeah, I just got to address one thing, because one of our listeners posted a very cool comment about his list and his take on the whole underrated thing. And he mentioned a movie that I completely forgot to mention in my honorables. And I was so sure it was going to be on your list, which is American Animals.
Dude, I don't know what's going on with the synergy between us lately. But when I read that comment too, I was like, wait a second. And I'm so glad you brought this up because I excluded that for a reason, and that reason being I thought I talked about this before, but then I thought about it more, and I think I haven't.
We might have. I think we might have talked about it at some point when I said that I finally watched, and then we had a little talk for 2 minutes or so. Could be, yeah, fair enough.
I definitely excluded it, thinking I already talked about it, but I thought the exact same thing. I thought maybe I should have included it because that is one of my favorite hidden gems as well. I love that film. But yeah, dude, shout out to Leon. Love you, dude. What a comment. What a guy. What a fan. He also posted like a lovely post on Facebook promoting the new special. And we have to say, like, we're recording this episode a lot earlier than we usually record our episodes, for the reason being that you're heading off on holiday tomorrow.
Right. So don't burgle my house. But then again, this episode comes out when I'm back. So
now you can. You're free to come by anytime. But yeah, so also we have to we're recording this the day that the special episode came out. So for that reason also we can't include releases for this week. Like for example, the movie Reminiscence, the Hugh Jackman film that I'm really excited about.
You haven't watched it though, right?
No, it's coming out on Thursday.
Thursday, right? Okay.
So usually I would make time to watch that before we recorded this episode. And also we don't know whether or not we have an episode next week, because next week we're actually going on or the week after,
no,
whatever.
They can burgle our house.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. No, that's okay. For an unspecific amount of time, we're going on holiday with a group of friends together. So we may or may not have an episode the week after this one. We'll see. Probably not, but we'll definitely give you an update on that. But anyway, thanks, Leon, for your support. We're not going to talk about Reminiscence today. I think I covered everything that we need to cover. Let's dive into this regular episode.
Yeah. Welcome back to another regular episode. I hope you enjoyed our special, but we're back and we're going to talk about the best thing that we've seen all week. This time it's actually true, because usually when we do our special, it's the last 2 weeks. But since we record this early, it's actually the last week, although we have saved some picks. And now I'm rambling again, so let's move on. So we are going to talk about the best thing that we've seen. Anything from a movie to a TV show to a YouTube video even maybe. And it's something fairly new, or actually very new for us. But anybody who listens to us in, I don't know, Japan or the USA or I don't know where the fuck else, this might have come out about a year ago for you, but
yeah,
here in Central Europe, things are a bit different, and we got a whole lot of late releases now.
Yep.
And yeah, we're excited to talk about them.
For sure. I mean, we have three great things this week.
Amazing things. Some things, all of them, I think, are going to end up my best of the year list, probably.
Oh, wow. Wow.
But then again, there's still a lot coming up, but I loved all 3 of them.
Jesus. Yeah, I mean, we saw 2 of them together. One thing I got to see 2 months ago almost in the sneak.
Right. Yeah.
And you watched this a couple of days ago, so your memory is a lot fresher than mine.
Sure.
But the struggle of picking first. I don't know what your pick is going to be. You don't know what my pick is going to be. How are we going to do this?
I have no idea, because I looked it up. It's my turn to start.
Yeah.
I think I know what your pick is going to be.
Well, I think you know one thing that it's not, right? You know one thing that it's not really my cup of tea.
Yes.
Okay, but that might be your pick.
It's very much my cup of tea, yeah.
Okay.
So...
Was that a hint? Because if it is,
maybe.
then... okay.
Yes, yes, it was.
Okay, this is the most confusing thing ever. Right, then let's talk about the third thing then, right?
Which is something that starts with P?
No.
The Potter?
No. Padre? Let's talk about the father. Let's talk about the father, right? That's not your pick.
So I know what your pick is going to be, and I'm surprised but happy.
Okay.
But yeah, The Father, what a movie. A movie that we've both been looking forward to for a long time now. I mean, it's got all the hype behind it, not just the movie in itself, but also, of course, Anthony Hopkins as the leading actor, laying down an incredible performance.
Yes.
And yeah, I mean, do you want to tell the people what it is kind of about?
Sure. I mean, interesting the way you phrased this, because you had no idea, right?
I had some idea.
Okay.
Some idea, but I knew what the movie was about, and I sadly knew about the elements and how they were going to portray that.
Right.
And I wish I hadn't. So that's why I said kind of tell the people, because I think it's more interesting if you don't tell the special way of storytelling that they got behind it.
Well, it's going to be difficult now. I mean, I don't know what to... Yeah, I mean, they're promoting the film in a certain way.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, it's even in the trailer.
It is. So I'm going to try and stay vague. But The Father, it comes out... Wait, I got to think now when this episode came... It's going to come out... So
on the 30th, right?
Yes, it comes out on the 30th. So this is now playing in cinemas. Directed by Florian Zeller, I think a French filmmaker who...
Any relation?
Because of the first name. Yeah, because that's how it works. Yeah. So this is based on a play that he wrote, and he now turned it into a film starring Anthony Hopkins and Olivia Colman, and also Olivia Williams, and what's the Mark Gatiss, I think it is how you pronounce his name, and the other guy.
Sherlock.
The guy from Sherlock.
Something Sewell, right?
Yes, Rufus Sewell and Imogen Poots. I still don't know how to pronounce her name, but so I don't know. Maybe you do the description, because I fear I'm going to give away things that you don't want me to give away. How would you describe this film?
I would just say it's about a man, Anthony Hopkins, who is slowly going through a mental illness, and I don't want to say how it unfolds. I think that's kind of the special thing in how they portray it. But he has memory loss, and he is often confused. And the movie does play out in not necessarily a linear way, or it's very confusing for the audience member to even know what is going on. When is what playing? Was this a year ago? Are we in the present, or what is happening? And I think it's just an amazing portrayal of that. And Anthony Hopkins, he plays this older man with difficulty who needs help, and I think that's everything you need to know. Except
it's very vague, though.
It's very vague, but then again,
that
is what the movie is about. I mean, it doesn't have like big plot points or like big arcs, I guess is more the way to describe it. But the more interesting thing is in how it plays out and how it's portrayed, and just the performances, I think, is the most important thing, right?
Yeah, no, the reason it's not my pick is because I feel like it's an unbelievable performance in a good film, not in a great film. But I do think that the elements of like the way the story is told and the way that we are as confused as the main character,
right?
That's sort of a cool little twist on the genre, because there's been movies that have dealt with the same subject. But this is sort of a first, I think, where you're basically seeing the film through that protagonist's eyes, and that makes it a bit more confusing and interesting and engaging.
It kind of reminded me also of Still Alice, but there,
of course,
you do sometimes see it from her perspective. But I feel like a lot of the movies, like her family, like
100%.
seeing it through their eyes, the struggle that they have. But here it is him, and you don't even know if you feel sorry for him or whatever, or how to relate to him because he's so confused.
Yeah, and there are elements of like the family. You see them like struggling with the whole situation too, but mainly it's through his eyes, and it's very well done. That's the best way I could describe this film. And I loved it because do you remember in Nocturnal Animals where Isla Fisher plays Amy Adams in the book version?
Yeah, right.
And in this film, I mean, years and years ago, when Olivia Colman wasn't the staple that she is now, I always confused her with Olivia Williams. And now in this film, they're both in it, and it makes sense in the story. So I love that little... I don't know if that was done on purpose or whether I'm interpreting way too many things into that, but yeah. It's would you say, like, what would you rate the film? Because I thought this might be your pick.
I gave it a solid 8. Since I think it's a very good movie. I think it's a great way to tell that story, and I think it might be interesting to watch it again with, knowing how it plays out in the end. But
what do you mean, knowing that how it plays out in the end? Because
I mean, it doesn't have like a big twist and then it's all revealed, but just it was just a bit much at first to know when is what happening, And
but I think if you watch the trailer, you do know everything. How do I say this? I don't feel like I know more about the story now that I've watched it compared to just watching the trailer. I feel like if you go into it not knowing anything, it's an interesting and an even more confusing experience. But if you watch the trailer and you know what's going on, that helps. I don't even know what am I trying to say here? Because you said it's interesting to watch it again after you've seen it, but I think you're only saying that because you haven't seen the trailer. I feel like I experienced it the same way before already because I had seen the trailer. Do you know what I mean?
Fair enough. Yeah, probably. I think it just was so overwhelming, and just to put it in more context now that I have seen. I mean, I wouldn't rewatch it now, since it is a bit much. Also, just emotionally to watch this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an interesting pick. I think this is a great honorable mention, and this would have definitely made my pick if I hadn't seen two other amazing things this week.
Yeah, but it's interesting. It's your least favorite out of the three?
I don't know. Maybe. Okay. Maybe. It's so hard to compare the two.
Yeah, because this was one of the films that you were really excited about. I know the other one too, but I think there was a lot of controversy, like with Chadwick Boseman not winning the Best Actor Oscar for this, right. Because the whole ceremony was like built up to him winning. But if I'm being honest, I don't think anyone was better than Hopkins was in that category in that year. I think it's the best performance of the year.
Yeah, he was fucking great. I mean, his performance in Silence of the Lambs, of course, is fucking iconic and great. But this is even greater.
You think so?
In my opinion.
Wow.
Just from pure acting. I mean, he was pretty good, but he was in there a lot less. And now you've got this whole big performance, and this, I think, amazing.
Yeah. No, it's phenomenal for sure.
Yeah.
So it's your turn to pick first. So let's do your pick.
Yeah, my pick of the week is The Green Knight, a very artsy pick. Haven't talked about artsy movies in the last episode. But yeah, The Green Knight is the new movie by David Lowery, the man who did The Old Man and the Gun and Ghost Story and Pete's Dragon for some reason, which didn't feel like a David Lowery film at all. Since
have you seen that?
Yeah.
Oh, I really enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, I thought it was very meh, but that's just my opinion, I guess.
Yeah.
But David Lowery, he's got this very unique style of telling stories, also with not necessarily a lot of dialogue or just a lot of shots of the environment and very slow storytelling. And I mean, this movie is quite long as well, right? It's over 2 hours, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
And it is the story. It is an old story written, I don't know when, in the medieval times, and it's part of the King Arthur mythology, I guess, about Sir Gawain. Is that his name? Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't know, but yeah. Sounds right.
Sent on an epic quest. He wants to compete with all the other legends now that, King Arthur is on the throne, etc. And he wants to be there as well. And one day the Green Knight shows up, a man more tree than person, I would say, and sets a challenge. And he accepts, and that sends him in an epic adventure, which we talked about what we would compare to just from the feeling. I would say it's quite the Ghost Story meets, what did I say? I compared to.
Well, I said Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse Now is a good thing.
I don't remember what you said. The second one.
Fuck! What was it? That's too bad. Might come to me after, because I think we have a trailer for this. You said
yes.
And I'm very excited in how it's going to be to listen to. I think I have actually seen it. And I think it might be quite atmospheric. So enjoy the trailer of The Green Knight.
O greatest of kings, let one of your knights try to land a blow against me. Indulge me in this game.
I will meet thee.
One year hence.
Another year nearly gone already. You must seek him out.
Was it not just a game?
Perhaps, but it is not complete.
You'll find no mercy, no happy end.
Why do you stop me?
Your doom is at hand.
Yeah, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the trailer, and I just remembered what I compared it to. So let's jump back in with that. And no, I compared it to the Ghost Story, which the breakout film, I think, of David Lowery's, and or maybe the one before it with Casey Affleck and also, what is her name?
Rooney Mara.
Rooney Mara, and the Odyssey. You know, the mythological story, or Opera de Werato, I guess, with different chapters, and each chapter has a different adventure, kind of overlapping of him trying to get to his destination. You said it's not really your cup of tea.
Yes.
Do you still? What would you rate it? Since you asked me with the father, would you say it's a bad movie, or did you just not like it, or would you say you?
I wouldn't even say no. I
it?
would say it's a good film, and I even liked it. It's just not. It's just not necessarily for me. But I would never say. I couldn't even say anything bad about it. Just like those like slow medieval. I don't even know. It just. In that genre, I really enjoyed it, actually. And I even thought it flew by rather quickly for its long runtime. But, and I mean, Dev Patel is great.
Mm-hmm. Right.
He's
the leading actor.
Yeah, it's just not my genre. It's just not my genre, but it is undeniably and objectively a great film. I actually enjoyed it for what it was.
Yeah, when thinking about what I should pick for this week, I thought about also what we talked about on our most recent special, which is movies that stick with you. And although I enjoyed the other two very much, and I gotta say, your pick I have seen so recently that it's kind of hard to see how long it lingers with me. But The Green Knight, I've been thinking about it so much since then, about some images, about some scenes, about what some people were wearing. I think it was just so interestingly shot, and I heard not really theory, but this is a story that's been made into movies a couple of times now. Also once with Sean Connery, apparently.
Okay.
And with also the character, the Lord, played by Joel Edgerton.
Right.
And there's I don't know if it's a theory or it's more implied in the book, which I don't want to say necessarily. It's not a spoiler, I guess, because they don't talk about it in the movie. But I thought about this while I watched it, and apparently it was portrayed differently in different iterations, which also hint at that. So, yeah, I think it's just so many layers that I am still thinking about, and why I really want to rewatch this. I think maybe most of all these movies.
Yeah, it does stick with you. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I mean, you got a great cast. Sean Harris, as you said, Joel Edgerton, Alicia Vikander. Vikander. Yeah. Who else is in this?
I think those are the big ones, but they're...
Well, what's the actress's name who was in Hologram for the King? If that was her. If that was her.
Sarita Chowdhury.
I don't know. How you pronounce I have no idea. But yeah, she was the one from A Hologram for the King. I haven't even looked this up yet. As his mother. Kate Dickey from Game of Thrones. One. And of course, Ralph Ineson from Ready Player One and The Witch, and I think he plays the Green Knight. So
and
such a
the villain
guy.
From The Falcon, the Winter Soldier, Erin Kellyman.
Who?
Kind of the villain, yeah. She's the girl with the red
sorry,
hair.
I thought Ralph Ineson. Yeah. I was so confused there for a second. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Erin Kellyman, yeah. What was her name again? Carly Morgenthau. Right?
That sounds pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. And Barry Keoghan from Killing of a Sacred Deer and American Animals. There we go.
Right, she plays the guy on the road, on the battlefield, looting the corpses. Right.
Stacked cast.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised this is your pick. I actually, I was proud of myself that I sort of anticipated the ending. And even though I anticipated it correctly, I still enjoyed it. You know, it wasn't like, oh God, that was somewhat predictable. Therefore, it lessened the experience. I was just like proud of myself that I sort of saw coming what was going to happen.
Right.
But it reminded me of a different movie that we talked about afterwards. That I'm not going to give that away now.
Yeah, I gotta say I didn't see it coming, and I was for a second kind of disappointed in the ending, but then they turned it around and I was on board all the way.
Yeah.
I gotta say, the only negative thing I gotta say about this movie, and it's not a big deal, is some of the animations weren't amazing. They seemed a little clunky. For example, the fox or the giants at some point.
Yeah.
Things like that. It's all right. It just seems like something that was done like 5 years ago, and animations have gotten a lot better. But then again, I think David Lowery does do more small scale stuff, even for
15 million budget.
Movie as big as this. Yeah, I mean 50 million it's almost an indie film.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah, 15. Yeah, it's not a lot, right?
Yeah, no, it's not.
I mean, compared to, I don't know, the $100 million films. And I mean, this is a medieval movie, so you gotta think all the fucking sets, all the costumes, all these things they gotta do, plus animations. For that, it looks amazing. And I think the shots of the environment or of the characters are amazing, but just those couple of animations seem a little unnatural.
Yes.
But other than that, amazing movie.
Yeah. And sort of the Apocalypse Now reference, it is kind of like a descent into, not necessarily madness, but it's a journey the character is going on, and he sort of dives deeper into the mythology the further along he goes, and that sort of, I got a lot of Apocalypse Now vibes from it, and that's certainly a good thing. Certainly a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, if you watch it and they're like the first 10 minutes seem a bit slow, believe me, it gets going. Don't worry. I mean, it's still slow compared to most other movies, but this story really does pick up, and the vibe really sets in as soon as the Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
When the story really starts.
It's this fantastic moment where that woman with the blindfold.
Mm-hmm.
My God, that's a great scene where I'm not going to give that away now, but do you remember that Black Swan reference I made?
Right, yeah.
That scared the shit out of me in Black Swan, where the mother is sort of next to the bed. There's quite a similar scene, or not quite a similar, but it reminded me of that, and once again, it made me chuckle. So, yeah.
Even that's, I had to think about it and also kind of laugh. Also, what we talked about like that, and yeah, it's funny and fucking creepy. It is a creepy movie, but so well made.
Yeah. For sure.
Right?
I mean, for the budget, it's actually quite insane how well it was made. Yeah.
I think that's kind of the charm of David Lowery's movies, also like Ghost Story. I mean, Ghost Story is about the afterlife. You could do so many things with that, like, what's it called? The movie with Robin Williams, which it looks like a fucking expressionist painting exploded onto fucking movie screen.
I forget the title.
Right. Days to Come? No.
That bothers me. What is it called? I know exactly the one you're talking about. I was going to say Days of Heaven, but that's not right, is it?
Yeah.
Trivia question.
Let's go.
I'm looking this up. I don't know.
Right.
What is it called? Night or Heaven something?
He's done so many things. It's so hard to look up.
What dreams may come.
May come, right.
Yeah, would not have pulled this.
But I mean, yeah, Ghost Story, it is about technically the same topic, but done in such a, confined and slow but beautiful way. And you got the same feeling here. And that's what I love about him. He has this very unique style. When you watch a David Lowery movie from the moment it begins.
Yeah. And I mean, that A24 logo in the beginning, that was a great sneak moment because I wasn't expecting that film. It's not really a sneak preview film, usually, but nice surprise. And that's out now as well. So you can check that out in theaters too.
Yeah, please do.
As is my pick of the week, which, I mean, this is not like this wasn't like a definite pick for me. I was struggling between The Father and this, but it ended up being this. This came out a week ago. It's still in theaters now, and it is Promising Young Woman. So this is the film that we've sort of teased for the last 2 months because I got to see this in early July, and it's taken so fucking long to get over here, and now it's finally out. Yeah,
I was quite pissed off actually because that's one of the few sneaks that I missed. Now that they're back, and yeah, I was really pissed because I was looking forward to this movie so much. And yeah, I missed it. And I mean, I got to see it now, and I think it's kind of cool that we talk about it now in this amazing week of fucking great releases.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was still quite sad about that.
Yeah. Did you see it with a packed crowd?
More than I thought I would, since when I reserved the seats, I think 2 others were reserved, and I did it like the night before.
Right.
But at the end, yeah, I mean, it was quite full.
Yeah. I mean, this... it's a great theater experience, I think, this film too. Because it's a nasty piece of work. I think that describes it quite well, in the best possible way. Yeah.
Sure.
Now, I have a bit of an issue with the trailer because this trailer features like a the whole movie's got great score and soundtrack, but the trailer features like a Toxic remix for Britney Spears that sort of played with violin, and there's a lot of music in that trailer. So hopefully we can play a clip of it after. I'll give you a little plot description, but it's gonna be. We'll leave a pause for the trailer, but it might be a copyright issue, so there might just be silence. But we'll get to it. So, Promising Young Woman, Emerald Fennell's, I think, directorial debut.
I think she's only done like a short film before, which is makes a little cameo in this.
Oh, careful how you go. Yeah, you're right.
It's the book she reads.
Right, interesting. And she also has a cameo in the film as the girl who teaches her.
It's a great cameo.
Yeah. Anyway, but Emerald Fennell, she wrote, or she's still writing, Killing Eve, and she wrote Promising Young Woman, and also directed it. And it's a film about a young woman who is going out every night to some sort of bar, and acts drunk in order to have men come up to her and sort of seduce her, and she's always like in her drunken state, or she's pretending to be drunk, but she goes like, no, what are you doing? Get away from me. And they always end up taking her home, and right before it goes too far, she actually like turns on them and goes like, well, no, seriously, what the fuck are you doing here? I mean, great. I also thought about not telling you that part, but this is the selling point of the film, and this.
Oh yeah, I think that's.
It's in the first 5 minutes of the film. I mean, it's also in the trailer that we're gonna play. But yeah, let's try and play that trailer and talk about it afterwards.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, here hopefully a clip of the trailer for Promising Young Woman.
Every week, I go to a club. I act like I'm too drunk to stand. And every week, a nice guy comes over to see if I'm okay.
You okay? You are so pretty. I am a nice guy.
Are you?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I thought we had a connection.
Okay. How old am I? What are my hobbies? What's my name? Sorry, maybe that one's too hard.
Cassandra? We were in class together at Forest. You would have been a great doctor. What happened?
I left under unusual circumstances. You remember what happened, right? Why I dropped out. I'm not the only one who didn't believe it.
We get accusations like this all the time.
Who needs brains? They never did a girl any good.
I'm so sorry I didn't go with her.
You gotta let it go.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
Right. So obviously, forgot to mention Carey Mulligan as the main actress in a fantastic role and performance.
Fantastic,
yeah.
Very good.
And I think this actually won an Oscar for Best Screenplay. So
Right.
Emerald Fennell won the Academy Award for this, and I mean the Oscars were like almost half a year ago by now, but we're now getting them. I mean, for whatever reason. But yeah, you got Carey Mulligan, you got Bo Burnham, my guy.
For whatever reason. I mean, he's good in this. I just didn't expect him in this kind of movie.
You didn't know he was going to be in it?
I heard it that he was going to be in there, and I completely forgot about it, and I was a little taken aback when I saw him, but he fits the role well. Yeah.
Have you watched the special by now?
What special?
Well, Bo Burnham's.
All right. No, Inside I haven't.
You still haven't watched it?
Nah, there's so many things I still haven't watched. Still haven't watched Kid Detective either.
Oh, starring Adam Brody, who's also in Promising Young Woman. Was that on purpose?
No.
Perfect.
Right, he's the guy at the very beginning.
Yeah, one of the guys. He's the first guy who's trying to seduce her in the beginning. Yeah,
I mean, seduce is generous. Date rape? Is that the word?
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. No, you're right. Seduce is the wrong word. Alison Brie, Clancy Brown, and Jennifer Coolidge, lovely from
Laverne Cox. She's pretty big in Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, but Jennifer Coolidge, I mean, Stifler's mom herself.
Jennifer Coolidge, which I thought was so funny because the last movie trivia night that we had, there was a question about her.
Yeah.
And I keep forgetting her name.
Well, Christopher Mintz-Plasse, however, Plus.
Yeah, sure.
What's his name? McLovin from Superbad himself.
There were 2 actors that came on quite late in the movie.
Yeah.
One of whom I knew was going to be there because of the opening credits. And then I tried actively not to read them. And the other actor that made an appearance surprised me so much, and it was so funny that it was him in the end. Because I only know him from one show, and he plays a similar but different character.
Who's the other one now?
It's not really a spoiler,
No,
I
it's
guess.
not.
I forgot his name. He's also in the wrestling show Glamour. No, that's
Glow?
not it. Glow, thank you. He's like the owner of the team.
Mark Maron?
That's his name. Mark Maron.
Mark Maron is in Promising Young Woman?
No, sorry, not Mark Maron. No. He's the trainer. But there's the guy, or I guess owner, who pays for the whole program, who's like this rich kid high on cocaine who wants to do a wrestling show because it's like his big dream.
Right. I haven't seen the show. I'm a bit confused now. I
It's
know
so good.
the other
But yeah.
one is Max Greenfield, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
But who? I'm sorry, but it's being confusing. But who's the other actor? Who does he play in Promising Young Woman?
The guy.
The guy
I
at the
forgot his
end.
name. Yeah.
Right. I know the one you're talking about now.
So
I didn't know he was
Watch the
in Glow.
movie.
Yeah, I didn't know he was in
Yeah.
Glow. Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
It's the only other film I think I know him of.
I can't find him on IMDb. Where is he?
He's apparently also in Veronica Mars.
Oh, where
Also
is he on
with Max
IMDb?
Greenfield. Let me look it up. Veronica Mars. Maybe I can find him this way.
Chris Lowell. There he is. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
That's him, right? The Help?
Yes, Chris Lowell. There we are. Oh, he's in The Help. I forgot about Up in the Air.
Up in the Air, yeah.
Oh, okay, he did more than I thought.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, you talked about the soundtrack. It is amazing and very atmospheric. Once again, once I have a fucking word, I can't let it go for one episode.
Sure.
And I gotta say, I imagined this movie quite differently. I didn't watch the trailer. I knew some elements of it. I think I did accidentally like see the clip where she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Right, and then takes out a notebook. The next cut where she marks down something, and just from the atmosphere, and I heard this movie is very brutal. I imagined so much violence in this. I thought it was like this whole revenge thing where she fucking rips people apart for trying to,
Right.
take advantage of her. It wasn't that at all. I mean, it's got another kind of horrific violence, of course, in it, which is
Yes.
sexual violence. But I thought this would be way more like revenge fucking
Kill Bill
gore. Yeah.
Kill Bill E.
Yeah, but it wasn't. And I mean, it was still good. And I did really like the ending and how it turned out in a way. Although
Yeah.
it surprised me so much. But yeah,
It seems
Thought
a
it
bit
was-
far-fetched.
I think it was, the very end maybe, but I think it was a cool take on it and didn't take the obvious route.
I mean, to get a little bit more into the story, I mean, she is sort of not hunting down like these terrible men, but sort
Mhm.
of taking revenge on them. But there's a reason behind that whole thing, and there's a reason why she's doing that, and that obviously gets revealed during the film. But like the Green Knight, it is told like in chapters, which I thought was a nice little stylistic element to it too. I mean, it's got a great tone, that whole film, like the whole like relationship she has with her parents. She seems like such a weird person, but obviously there's reasons for that, and the relationship she has with Bo Burnham as sort of one of the good guys, finally, maybe, but. I liked the whole thing. I thought it was very original. It was nasty and twisted in a way that I enjoy.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of like a Jordan Peele film. Like
I get that. Yeah, sure.
right? Sort of like a Get Out element to it, not the story at all, but just sort of like the originality behind that whole thing and coming up with cool things and that whole vibe of it too. But the very ending, I mean, it felt a bit too. I don't know how to do. I don't know how to say this without giving too much away.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that would work like it does in the film.
Sure.
But, yeah, I mean, maybe you need a bit of suspension of disbelief there too. I mean, I don't know. I can't wait to see what she does next, Emerald Fennel. I'm really excited about that. Even I have minor issues with this film. It's my pick, and I think it's a great film. It's one of the best of the year. But even if I enjoyed it less, I'd be super excited to see what Emerald Fennel is going to do next.
Sure. And I mean, all of these movies I would love to have on Blu-ray. And I think also Promising Young Woman, I think, would be a great rewatch. I think it's the most rewatchable just because it's an easier story. Then again, I'm talking about a movie which involves sexual harassment. So, not maybe in that way, but it is quite colorful and bright and good fucking soundtrack and stuff like that. As opposed to the other movies being a bit more slower paced.
Yeah. I would agree. It's the easiest watch out of the three. I mean, The Father, that's fucking not an easy watch by any means, and The Green Knight is quite slow. But Promising Young Woman, it's an easy watch. An easier watch, maybe easier.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, did you have some favorite scenes? Anything that sticks out? Maybe you can jog my memory too.
I mean, some of the earlier scenes, of course, also of her. When she first does her thing, calling somebody out, and then kind of cuts to her walking home, eating a hot dog, and you see a drip on her leg, and you assume it's blood, and then the
title
construction workers cat calling her and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and she just doesn't give a fuck.
Great scene.
That's a pretty cool scene. Yeah,
I think that's when the title card is, right? That's when they show the title card. Yeah,
could be. And also, some of the elements move Bone and Burnham were quite funny. He is good. He is a good actor, and it's just funny for me to imagine him that way because he's just so fresh for me. I haven't seen a lot of his, and what I've seen is quite silly stand-up.
Sure.
But yeah, good for him.
Yeah, I think he did a great job. I really think he did a great job, and I watched some interviews, and he talked about obviously working across Carey Mulligan is not easy, especially for someone who hasn't acted that many times before.
Sure.
It's quite funny. I mean, I talked about him before. I love that dude.
Right. And sorry, a strong fucking scene was the one with Alfred Molina. And of course, for some reason, he is uncredited in this. He wanted to be uncredited, I think. Don't know why that is. But yeah, very cool scene. Very
amazing
strong
scene. Yes.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite scenes too. Yeah, I don't know. Anything else? Or I don't know if I did a good job of conveying. I think, once again, I think we're among the last people on this planet to have seen this film.
Of course, but then again, if we have any other listeners in the German-speaking region who haven't seen this yet, once again, a big endorsement, I think, from both of us. So do watch it if you haven't. If you're on the fence about it, you haven't been back to the cinemas, maybe you don't feel quite safe there, or
I wouldn't say it's a date movie though.
I mean, I think it's a valuable film to watch.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
It's a thing. The film should be shown in sexual education in like 6th grade.
Sure.
There's still a sexual education in the 6th grade. I mean,
I wouldn't know.
For Americans, it would be the 10th grade, I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can't. Whatever. I mean, because I wouldn't watch it with like 11-year-olds.
No.
There's a lot of confusing stuff happening with your bodies, but just to be sure, let's watch this.
Well, it is R-rated. It is R-rated. Yeah. Yeah, no, but the reason I'm saying we're among the last people, I mean, this came out in January 2020, and this premiered at Sundance at 2020. Sure. So it's only taken about 20 months to come over here. So once again, a bit ridiculous, but
sure.
Yeah, it's definitely worth your time. So if you haven't gotten around to it yet, please do that. It's a great film. It's a great little revenge thriller, right?
Yeah. I mean, it does seem like this, from the vibe, like this very cool indie movie, or like not well-known movie, but it is quite well-loved, but it feels way more like it was made for a small scene. And I do like that about it, just from the vibe.
Yeah, I think you could see that the director had a vision, a clear vision, and put that on screen. And
Right.
I always respect that if people, it's like with James Gunn with the Suicide Squad. I feel like everything is done for a reason and is done rather well.
Yeah, and talking about James Gunn, I mean, Margot Robbie produced this. It's a big year for her as well.
Yes.
Good for her.
Yeah.
I mean,
Good for
Carey
her.
Mulligan also.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, this has so many people love that film already,
Mhm.
and it's really burst the bubble of like a small film, and it made its way into the mainstream for various reasons. But that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have, I think, 10 years ago.
Yeah. Maybe not. Yeah. Right.
Right?
I
Perfect.
think we owe a Last Man Standing.
Ooh, should we?
I think we do. This is a shorter episode than usual, so let's do
Sure.
one.
I mean, you're editing this, so let's go. No, who do you have in mind?
You
I mean, we
choose.
did Spielberg last time. Who's big?
Do
Scorsese, yeah, maybe.
Is that? I don't know.
He did a lot of things. I mean, we could
Tom
go back
Hanks.
to actors. Tom Hanks. Pooh, sure. Sure, why not? I mean, Tom Hanks has got a huge fucking filmography.
Yeah. I
Sure.
think you've wanted. We talked about doing a special on him too, right? I don't know if we're gonna go, but
There's still so many things I haven't seen from him.
yeah.
Also, yeah.
But the
It's
great
hard.
thing is you don't have to have seen them for Last Man Standing. So please, Last Man Standing, rattling off films that Tom Hanks has been in, and the first one, who can't remember one, loses a life, and we have 2 lives. Let's go.
All right. Saving Private Ryan.
Catch Me If You Can.
Terminal. Terminal.
Yeah. No, I was. Okay, Tom Hanks. Let's do Cloud Atlas.
Ooh, Sleepless in Seattle.
Oh, we're going that route.
Sure.
You've Got Mail.
Bridge of Spies.
Captain Phillips.
Castaway. Trying to give you not any time to think.
Yeah. Let's see. What was that? Greyhound.
Sure, Forrest Gump.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Small film. The Green Mile.
Ooh, that's a good movie. It's so long, but I gotta watch that again. It's been
Love
such
that
a long
film.
time. I'm not sure if I ever watched it in English.
Love that
It's
film.
Long time. Yeah, but it's like over 3 hours long, isn't it?
It is, yes. Great.
Um,
Sam Rockwell. Early Sam Rockwell, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Completely forgot about that. Taking away my own time right here, thinking about stuff. I'm sure he's done more things, but I can't think of anything.
I think he's done more things, yeah.
I just keep thinking about Green Mile. Jesus Christ.
No, I'll let you
The
have time.
Post.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, thought it was a close one.
What
Screamed it right in the ear.
what else do we have here? Larry Crown.
Oh, Hologram for a King.
Oh, you bastard. You absolute bastard. I completely forgot about the film. Even I brought it up 20 minutes ago. Okay. Joe versus the volcano.
Oh, yeah, right. Also him and Meg Ryan.
Yeah, I think we got all of them now.
You said Captain Phillips. Captain
Yep,
Phillips,
yep,
right?
yep.
God damn it. So what is left? Did he do? I just keep thinking of different like settings and try to imagine them in them, but Road to Perdition. There we go.
Great one. I'll go with The Burbs.
Big.
Nice.
Have we had Big?
No.
Okay. Very good.
Splash.
I think I have one, but I am not sure about the title.
Yeah.
So I better leave it out until I remember it correctly. Oh, there's a spider. Hello. Crawling around. Sorry, that's not a movie. That's just a spider in the corner of my room. Jesus.
I wonder if we're thinking about the
Charlie
same one.
Wilson's War.
Oh,
There we
no.
go.
No.
Oh, so glad about that one. I knew there's another political movie.
I have to look up how many ratings this has because I hope it's got more than 50K because otherwise...
It's gotta, yeah.
Right, it does, right? I absolutely adore that film. Hold on. Yeah, it's got 113K.
Okay.
I'll do, I think it's called That Thing You Do. The film he directed.
Sure. I have no idea right now. Maybe?
That music, yeah. That's right.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put stopwatch in 30 seconds. If I can't think of anything by the end of it, I'm gonna go for my blind shot.
Okay.
Where I'm not sure about the title.
What else do we have?
Right, I'm thinking like Young, or what are you doing? Oh, of course, the Da Vinci Code.
Fuck, man. Yeah, we'll do franchise rules there.
Yeah.
Shit. What else has he done?
So many things.
Yeah, well, I think
like
we
crazy, but I think we're good. Yeah,
I think
we're
we're
good.
doing okay. What else have you done, Tom? Shit. I think you got me here. What else?
5 seconds.
Oh, Jesus, we're timing now?
I'm always timing.
Fuck. Yeah, I got nothing.
Do we count cameos? Because then I would say Borat's subsequent movie film.
Sure, I'll count that. That's a
Oh,
pretty
sure.
good one. God damn it. Oh, no.
Come on.
I think it is your yeah, it is your time.
Okay.
What in years?
We haven't done this in years, but
fuck, man. He must have done something else with Spielberg, right? No?
I think we did all the Spielberg things. Oh, jeez, it's so fascinating to watch the spider. She's so active. I think it's because I destroyed her web earlier when I cleaned the apartment.
Keep focusing on her. Keep focusing on her.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you get 2 seconds.
No, keep focusing on her. Keep focusing on her.
Oh, it's so fucking creepy how she moves her legs like that.
How big
Maybe
is
I
the
should do a
spider?
Not big at all, but it's close enough that I can see all her legs, and it does remind me always of the big fucking spider in The Lord of the Rings. And also does it remind me from further away because I can see all her legs and with a big behind her big butt. When she like goes down the thread and you see all her arms wriggle, it kind of reminds me of the heptapods from
Alien.
Arrival.
I'm sorry, I meant Arrival. Yeah.
Yeah. No, what's it called? Xenomorph?
That's Alien. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, even though you're stalling for me, I can't think of any fucking Tom Hanks films. No, you got this.
Sure.
But let's think about this before we look this up. What else? Do we have anything else?
Honorable. One thing that I thought about.
Oh,
but
now I
wasn't
got
sure
something.
Was
No. Isn't it Adventures of Tintin? Isn't he in that?
Oh, he could be.
Oh, Polar Express. That's the one.
Polar Express. He is pretty. Yeah, he is in there. Yeah. You're right.
Okay. What was the one?
Hooch? Is it Hooch?
Yeah.
Just Hooch, or is it Turner and Hooch?
No, it is. Turner and
Just
Hooch. Turner and Hooch.
Is it?
Turner and
fuck,
Hooch.
Okay, I would have just said Hooch, but anyway.
Fuck.
Who? Any like war movies? I think he's done at least one more.
Oh my God, I'm looking this up now. Apollo 13.
Oh, of course, dude.
Yeah, that bothers me. So let's see. We got News of the World, of course. The latest
a recent
one.
Yeah.
This is gonna be so fucking. A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Toy Story. I mean, that's
so many big ones.
animated though, but yeah.
But 2 things that we talked about on this fucking podcast and still didn't remember.
The Circle with Emma Watson.
Right.
Sully. Oh, dude, this I don't even want to look any further. Fucking, this is the worst round ever. I thought we were doing quite well.
I thought so as well. I mean, he did so many big
Saving
things that we
Mr. Banks.
got confused. Right. Fucking Walt Disney. I mean, you saw Circle. Was The Circle any good?
No, it's a terrible film.
Okay. I wanted to watch it
Terrible film.
just because of Emma Watson, but
Yeah.
I heard the reviews were abhorrent.
The Lady Killer remake.
Right, of course. I also talked about this on the special. Christ on a stick.
Right, but other than that, okay, no shit, fucking hell.
earlier things,
Philadelphia.
right? Like one of his biggest fucking early roles, of course.
A League of Their Own.
Such
Man,
a bad
this
fucking round, dude.
is embarrassing.
Dude, I'm gonna take this very embarrassing win. Fuck it.
I mean, to be fair, that dude has done a lot of things.
Sure.
And I think, yeah. I mean, no, it was embarrassing, but it could have been even worse. So, no, congratulations. That was all you. That was a terrible round.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'll go cry in a corner now. And no, let's recap this week. I mean, what a stacked week. Three great things to seek out, and definitely worth seeking out in the cinema too.
Sure.
So get your ass out there while you still can, and yeah, watch one of those 3 great things, because other weeks won't be as good as this one. That's for sure. We're going to struggle in a couple of weeks again to find anything. And in weeks like this, we have more than enough. So, yeah, that's it. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe
so much
an
for listening.
episode next week. Probably
Maybe.
not.
I doubt it. Yeah. It's gonna
Probably
be, I think
not.
too tight.
But we'll let you know. And if not, then we'll be back in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening. And go out and watch The Green Knight. I think David Lowery needs even more love than he's getting. And the movie out of the 3 is getting the least award love. Then again, did it come out last year or this year? Sorry, fucking stalling for
Green
time
Knight?
once again. Yeah.
I think it was this year.
Oh, okay. So might still get something, but still, go out, see it. He might get a bigger budget the next time if he gets enough box office return. It's been a blast. Check us out on any podcast platforms, be it Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, etc. You can reach us at Best Thing Radio on Twitter and Instagram. We'd love to hear from you. You can check out our thumbnail that Flo's going to design for us. You can also see it as our thumbnail on YouTube. Consider subscribing, consider giving a like, and maybe write to us if you've seen any of these big releases and what you thought of them. And yeah, it's been a blast.
Yeah, I was confused there when you asked me when Green Knight came out. I mean, because Promising Young Woman and The Father came out like so many months ago.
Right.
But The Green Knight, that worldwide
The current.
came out like a month ago. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
perfect. I wasn't sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, watch that. Give it a shot.
Yeah.
And with that, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.